a little Shetland pony meets a great, big, strapping Clydesdale horse, he's just bound to get looked down on. Didn't mind that so much, but when they switched our collars around, and the big Clydesdale gave me the horse laugh, I really got my mane up. I knew I couldn't impress that big horse with my size, but I thought I could impress him with my story. So I started telling my big-footed friend the fabulous story of the Shetland Pony. Everyone knows we come from the Shetland Islands, just north of Scotland. But no one knows much about our early history, except that little ponies have always been natives to the island. There's a story that sometime in the 16th century, a Spanish warship was wrecked on the Shetland Islands, and a herd of prize Arabian horses escaped to roam the island. My ancestors bred with these fine Arab horses, and that's what gave us our beauty and quickness. Whatever happened, my folks back on the Shetland Islands were strong and sure-footed and could live outside in any kind of weather. They didn't mind carrying heavy loads for the people of the island. They liked their masters, and especially the children. Of course, children have always loved my family and wanted them for pets. I guess that's why men from all over the world started importing my folks. But like a lot of things that start out as hobbies for the kids, the grown-ups got interested in us too. In 1893, we started getting registered, and we were on our way to become show ponies as well as pets. You can see that today we have been carefully bred to bring out our good features. And if you look closely, you can see that Arabian strain showing through. During the past 65 years, Shetland pony breeders have paid a lot of attention to bloodlines, and they breed us to bring out certain points and colors that make us more valuable as show ponies. Of course, we still like to live out of doors even in the winter, and our mares almost always have their colts out in the open pasture. Well, my friend here wasn't too impressed by all that. You see, he comes from Scotland also, and has quite a history himself. But he did listen politely as we got to comparing hooves and the problems a horse has with shoes. Most folks nowadays have never seen a blacksmith at work, but the smith trade is still being plied by many bright young men. They measure our hooves carefully and then make a shoe that will put just the right amount of weight into the right place on the hoof, so that we can use our legs properly, stepping high and straight the way a good pony should. When a Shetland is groomed to be a show pony, he gets the beauty treatment just like any other well-bred show animal. This includes a hair trimming with the clippers all the way around. Our manes are dressed and combed, and we get our tails washed in soft rainwater. And afterwards, they're combed and brushed just the same as little girls do with their ponytails. We also go on a special diet when we're in training. Our trainers see that we get just the right amount of food to keep our figure, or conformation as we call it, as nearly perfect as possible. You see, a pony's conformation is one of the things a show judge will look for when we get into the ring. A sharp, small head, small, well-set ears on top of the head, shoulders that slope at the right angle to make for a good neck setting. A prize show pony will have a short back and a nice top line that gives him a good tail setting, and he has to have good hocks for nice action when he moves. Of course, the judge will watch us part and see if our feet are on the corners. But like I told my friend, the Clydesdale, it isn't enough just to look good. We have to have straight action and good wind while walking and trotting. Our trainers teach us to put our feet down firmly, to step high and look bright. We get a lot of practice learning how to park with our head, legs, and tail all set properly. We're taught not to lead with our nose. A special harness helps us learn that. And we work out in harness to show off our action while pulling a load. Of course, the real excitement of being a Shetland pony comes after the work of training is over. It begins the day we're loaded onto our big air-conditioned transport truck to go to the big parades, pony auctions, shows, and fairs all over the country. We have our mascot, too. We wouldn't think of going anywhere without him. All aboard now. Our first stop is the state fair. All get pretty excited when the judging starts. We know everyone is watching us and taking a good look at our conformation. We'll be judged for both action and conformation, so we try hard to remember everything we've learned. Our natural good disposition, our ancestry, and our training comes through. No thrill like the thrill of winning one of those beautiful blue ribbons. We Shetland ponies do a lot of traveling from April to October every year. One of our frequent stops are the pony auctions, which are held in all parts of the country. Getting ready for an auction is an exciting experience for ponies and owners. This is another place where our training comes in handy. We try to show off short back, deep chest, well-set legs, good eyes, and sharp head. If we work well, we sometimes bring fabulous prices, as much as $60,000.
24, give it 24. 23, 75, 14. I give it 4, about 4. 204, 23, 75 to 4. I give it 24, about 24. 23, 75 to 4. I give it 4, about 4. I give it 24, about 24. 23, 75, give it 4, about 4. I give it 24. 2 about 24 to 124. 23, 75 to 124. 2 give it 24. 2 24. And a total to you 23, 75.
Well, by this time, my big friend, the Clydesdale, was getting a lot more chummy. As we walked along together, he allowed that there wasn't much difference between us except size. But what was the use of such a little horse, he asked. So I told him. Breeding and showing Shetland ponies is becoming one of American businessmen's favorite hobbies. Children can work with us, too, and they know that we will perform well for them. We love kids, and they love us. We have a very practical use, too. In parades and promotional events all over the country, you hear people shout, "Here come the ponies." Everyone keeps an eye out for the high-stepping ponies. This makes us valuable for promoting all kinds of products for our owners, everything from typewriters to milk. me on the nose. And you know, I think he was really impressed.
The little Shetland ponies have come a long way since their humble beginning on the Shetland Islands. Good breeding is constantly improving their looks, performance, and adding to their appeal. Grown-ups as well as children have come to love the ponies. Wherever ponies are shown, admiring crowds are sure to gather. So the ponies have found a way to repay their owners for the loving care they receive. From April until November every year, the Adams ponies get little rest. They travel from Baton Rouge to St. Paul, using their talents to promote nature's most nearly perfect food, milk. The Adams ponies in the famous six-pony hitch get special care on arrival at their destination. Each pony has his own stall and is carefully fed and cared for between shows or parades. Before going into the ring, the ponies' blankets are removed, their manes and tails brushed thoroughly to make ready for harnessing to the show wagon. Each pony has his own special harness, too. The custom-made harness is kept shined and spotless in the tack room. Making ready for the show wagon is exciting for the ponies, as they know they'll soon be performing for children and grown-ups, too. After the wheelers and swing ponies are in place, the two lead ponies are hitched and the lines secured. The driver of the six-pony hitch always checks the lines for safety before entering the ring or parade. Mr. E.C. Adams, founder of the Adams Dairy, and his famous ponies are well known throughout the country for their performances for children, parades, special events, rodeos, stock shows, and state fairs. Ponies and cows just seem to go together, and Adams has had a lot of success using this combination. Our fine dairy herds graze on pastures near the ponies. Our cows have been carefully bred, prize livestock raised on lush pasture, fed according to the latest nutritional methods. The high-quality milk produced by these champion herds is protected all the way from the cow to your table. The milk flows directly from the cow into a pipeline by a vacuum pressure or suction and on into the milk house, flows through a vacuum jar and on through a stainless steel pipe to a cooling and storage tank. You see, the sooner the milk gets cooled down, the better it tastes. The tank has its own refrigeration unit built into it. The cool milk is pumped through sterile pipes into a refrigerated tank truck. An electric pump on the truck takes care of this transfer. The milk is kept cool and fresh all the way to the dairy. From the tank truck, the milk is transferred at the dairy to a holding or storage tank through stainless steel pipes. It is weighed and tested. The holding tank is stainless steel inside and out and is designed to keep the milk cool. From the holding tank, the milk flows through stainless steel pipes to the clarifier, where it is filtered before it enters the pasteurizer. The milk is heated to 160 degrees and held at this temperature long enough to make sure that any harmful bacteria which might be present are killed. Pasteurization is an added safeguard to ensure pure milk at all times. Various gauges and thermometers allow the operator to regulate and adjust the process from start.